There were 10 lepers who were isolated from society. They suffered because leprosy was considered a symbol of impurity and sin, and those afflicted were often shunned and isolated from the rest of the community. Along the way, they encountered Jesus. Desperation was written over their faces as they cried out for mercy, and Jesus, in his boundless compassion, met with them as they called on him for their healing. Jesus said to them, "Go, show yourselves to the priests." They obeyed, and while on their way, their skin clears and they are miraculously cleansed. Now here's where the story takes a different turn. Out of the 10, only one returns to Jesus, just one. This man, a Samaritan, falls at Jesus' feet, praising God and giving thanks. Jesus asks, "Were not all 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? This story is not just about physical healing. It's about recognizing the source of our blessings and showing gratitude. How often do we find ourselves in the shoes of the 9? We receive blessings, health, family, daily provisions, but we forget to return and thank God. We get caught up in what we don't have, in the challenges and the waiting, and overlook the countless mercies that grace our everyday lives. Gratitude is more than a courtesy, it's an act of faith. When we thank God, we acknowledge his sovereignty and goodness. We remember that every perfect gift comes from above. Look at the grateful leper. His thankfulness led to a deeper relationship with Jesus. He received not just physical healing, but a spiritual awakening. Jesus said to him, "Rise and go, your faith has made you well." In 1 Thessalonians 5:18, we are reminded to give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. It transforms our hearts and aligns us with God's will. So let's take a moment to reflect. How often do we thank God? For the breath you breathe, the food you eat, the love you share? Let's not be like the 9 who forgot. Instead, let's cultivate a heart of gratitude, returning to God with praise and thanksgiving. Remember, gratitude opens the door to deeper blessings. It reminds us of God's unfailing love and grace. Let's make it a habit to thank God daily. Because when we do thank him for what he's done in our lives, we not only honor him, but also enrich our own lives with peace and joy.